So this is a video to help you enroll your device into Airwatch. This is going to be something that you must do within the first week or so of school. This will allow your iPad to remain connected to our network and things of that sort. So again, you need to do this before, let's say, September, just to make sure everything gets done. If you have any problems with the process, just let me know and I'll come by and help you out. You need to know your Apple password. You need to know your school network login, and that'll allow you to go through this process. This is also the exact same process you're going through with your students in advisory with one small change, and I'll highlight that small change in a minute. John Panisi is actually here helping me, so it's his device. When the passwords are being put in, you'll see the device slide out of frame and then come back in. That's just obviously for security purposes. We're not trying to broadcast John's stuff. So, starting on your main screen, the first thing we want to check is to make sure you're connected, which all of you should be. But just to double check, if you hit Settings, and then the Wi-Fi, second from the top, you should be connected to that 2022-600. That's the network from last year. Again, that network is actually being discontinued shortly after the school year. If you are not connected to that network and you can't get connected to that network, go ahead and click the SMRHS-Open network. That is another network that will remain open for the enrollment process, so like the first week or so of school, just to allow for the downloading of the Airwatch profile. So as long as you have something that is blue with a check, that means you're connected. If it's not the 2.0, go ahead and hit the SMRHS Open. Once you're done there, you're going to go back to your home screen and open up Safari and go into the address field and type in awagent.com. It's awagent.com and hit go. Now you're just going to follow some basic on-screen prompts. There's going to be a lot of stuff that this thing does, and it's going to create some pop-ups, and effectively you need to hit the button that says yes, do that. So we're going to start by hitting that download Airwatch MDM agent button in the middle of the screen there. Yep. Okay. It's going to kick you over to the App Store to download the app that Airwatch uses to enroll. And it might take a minute. Should have automatically popped up. And this would be where we improvise because it did not automatically pop up. It should have popped up directly to the app. If it does not, like it did in this case, go ahead and go into the search bar on the top right and type in Airwatch. And hit search. And you're going to use the Airwatch MDM agent. Hit open and install. This is the screen that should have popped up as soon as we went over to the App Store, but it didn't. But that's a good training. So we're going to hit that free button in the middle. And then we're going to hit, it's going to turn green and say install now. And this is where John's going to want to slide his out of frame. This would be your Apple password, not anything related to the school. And once you put that in and hit accept, you'll see that blue bar loading. It should only take a few seconds. It might take longer when you do it with your advisory because it's a lot of students doing it at once. And now you're going to hit that open button. Once it's done, that button changes to open. Okay. Now on this screen, you're going to want to put your school email address in that email field. Don't hit the gray bar that says continue without email address. You do not want to do that. It will not work properly. So put your school email address in that email field. And you'll hit go. And then we wait for it to pull up. If you get to the screen, go ahead and hit OK. Like I said, you're going to get a lot of pop-ups that basically say, you're doing, this is doing some stuff. Just hit OK, install, all that good stuff. Now on this screen, to authenticate, your username is your email address without the @smrhs.org. So it'll be your first dot last name in almost all cases. So John will put in username john.panisi. Now if your email address is first initial last name, then that's what you would put in here. For the password, and John's going to slide this out of frame, this password is the password for the school network to log into your computer. So whatever you use to log into your computer, you're going to put into there and hit go, and then we're going to slide it back into frame. Very good. Okay. Now this is the one step right here that is different for faculty and staff than it is for students. For students, you're selecting device ownership employee owned, as I showed you in the student enroll video. For your devices, you're going to click that drop down and it's going to be corporate dedicated. That's because the school owns your device, but it is dedicated to you, and then hit continue at the bottom. Again, you're going to go through a series of things here. You're going to hit install on this screen. Install now. Yes, I really wanted to do that. The next screen is going to pop up, same for the students. Hey, somebody's going to be remotely managing your iPad. That's correct. We're going to hit install, that blue button. All right. Hit done. All right, and you get the success bar. Go ahead and hit continue at the bottom. And now here's where it's going to do a few things. It's going to prompt you. First, it kicks you into the main thing. If you go ahead and hit your home button to take you to the home screen. You'll see there's some apps that are going to populate. It'll also bring up some pop-ups here in a second. There's the first one. Do you want to download this app? These apps are apps that we have put in administratively for different purposes. The first one, the Secure Content Locker, go ahead and hit install. That's a way for us to get documents to you that are corporate dedicated. The next one's Adobe Reader. That's our PDF viewer and filler out. We're going to hit install on that one too. And then this is the Notability app. This is the school-wide note-taking app that the school has purchased for you. So you're going to go ahead and hit install on that one. That one actually costs money, so you do not want to download that one from the App Store. You want to make sure you hit install from this setting. And you'll see that those apps will download and things of that nature. Now, hopefully here at some point, we'll get the notification that we have to turn on our passcode or replace the passcode that you actually already have. One other thing that I will show you, John, if you go ahead and hit mail, you'll see that John's mail is in there. You can't really read it if you're worried, so don't worry about it. If you were new to this, it would actually set up a new email profile. That's your school email. So if you open up your mail and it asks you for your school password, that's because it's your Gmail. You can click OK. You can't get that on campus. You can close out of that. If you open up your mail and it asks you for your school email password, just go ahead and type it in. It's because it's set up your school email profile. If you were here last year, your device already had your school email profile on it. Okay, so here's our passcode. You have to either put a passcode in for the first time or put a new passcode in. Go ahead and hit continue. That is part of the Airwatch profile and its security. Again, slide it out of frame. It can be 4 or more characters. It does not have to just be numbers. And you have to put it in twice, and John is doing that off frame. And then he is done, and you would be done at this moment. Again, if you have any difficulty or need some help, just let me know, but it should be straightforward. Please have this done by September, and like I said, if you need me, let me know.